So, good morning to all, and welcome to UNICAS Orientas for international students. My name is Enrico Ottaviano. I'm a professor at the School of Engineering and also delegate for the international affairs for the Department of Civil and Mechanical Engineering. And today, I will chair this meeting, UNICAS Orienta for international students. The program of this opening meeting is an overview about the university regarding to general information, programs, enrollment, but also social life and housing, which is also an important part in the Erasmus experience. My role here is to introduce all the speakers who are the international team here represented by the Vice Rector for the International Affairs and Head of International Office. They will give you some useful information and technical details you may ask. But also a very interesting part of this meeting will regard to our former students who will give you, they will present themselves, they will give you some information about their personal experience. I just remind to keep the contribution within 5 minutes in order to be able to save some time at the end of this meeting for questions and answers. Regarding to that, I kindly ask you to all the attendees to switch off the microphone and to switch on just when they are speaking. The question you may have during this meeting may be asked by typing directly on the chat, or alternatively, you may ask to speak. At this opening meeting, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the other two delegates who are Professor Emanuele Grossi, who is with me, the delegate at the School of Engineering. He is from the Department of Electrical Information Engineering, who is here. And it will be very, very happy to eventually to answer to your questions, or will be at welcome when you will be arriving Cassino. And Professor Andrea Moretta, who is the delegate of the Department of Economy and Law. But let's start, and myself, I'm the delegate from the School of Engineering too. But let's start with the first speaker, with Professor Giovanni Porzio from the Department of Economics and Law. He is the Vice Rector for the International Affairs, and we will start this meeting with a general overview. Thank you.
Thank you, Erika. Thank you for this kind introduction. Welcome to all the attendees, both from the university and especially from the prospective students at this university next year. So I prepare a small presentation on our university, an overall presentation. So let me go through that presentation. Just a second, I'm going to have this presentation on the screen. So this is the University of Cassino in southern Lazio in Italy. First of all, where Cassino is located in central Italy, not far from one of the two main international airports, the airport FCO in Rome, that probably will be the place where you will land if you come to Cassino. There are other two airports close to Cassino, Rome, and one in Rome and one in Naples, that are also international, but more at European level. The students use that airports to travel in Europe and over a weekend or something like that. We are located 1 hour and 30 by train from Rome. We are on the main highway in Italy. There are bus stops of the main private bus companies. So it's really, in some sense, simple to arrive there. Cassino is a nice and safe place. People is lovely, and it's a place with a lot of history. The Monte Cassino Highway you see on the left of this slide is one of the most visited places in Italy. Has more than 500,000 visitors per year, but it's also a place of modernity. We have the FCA plant, car plant in Cassino. It's one of the most modern car plants in Europe. In our university, we have 5 departments: economics and law, civil and mechanical engineering, electrical and information engineering, literary and philosophical studies, human, social, and adult sciences. We offer 11 bachelor degree, 70 master, 1 5-year master degree, and many PhD programs. The Department of Economics and Law has 4 bachelor, 4 master, and 1 5-year master. 1 bachelor is in English, and 2 master programs are in English, so it's especially dedicated to international students. At the engineering department, we have 3 bachelors in civil and environmental, information technology and telecommunications, industrial engineering, electricity, mechanics, and systems. And we have a lot of master degrees. 3 of them are in English, telecommunications, mechanical, and civil is the new English taught master degree starting from the next year. So this is just because the number of students from everywhere in the world coming to Cassino is increasing, so we are increasing the number of masters we are providing to the students. And we have also an Erasmus Mundus joint master degree is also in English, but this is a particular story. Maybe I will give a detail later. At the Humanities and Foreign Language department, we have 2 bachelor and 3 master degrees. At the Human Sciences, Society and Health, we have 3 bachelors and 3 master's degrees in pedagogical science, sports, and social politics. So here there are the programs for international students. They are all totally and fully taught in English. We have a bachelor in economics and business, a master in economics and entrepreneurship, master in global economy and business, in civil engineering, in mechanical engineering, medical image analysis and applications, and telecommunications engineering. The bachelor lasts 3 years, all the master programs last 2 years. We have also dual or joint degree programs, all in English, one with the university in Russia, Samara State University of Economics, and one with the Epoca University in Albania. And also, finally, the master in medical image analysis and applications is a special master, as I was telling you, as a first semester in Bourgogne in France, second in Italy, third in Spain, the fourth, whenever you like, between these 3 places. Facilities, our university sport facilities, we have a gym, nice gym open all the days up to late evening, a football playground. And for Indian students, there's also the possibility to play cricket, and they like that much more than Italians do. We have a theater center, choir, music. If you like this kind of stuff, you can be involved. We have a university center for disabled people, also, obviously. That's our pleasure. We have the International Relations Center. And the International Relations Center helps students to get fellowship to travel in Europe and stay for a semester in one of our 200 European partner university. So you can enroll in Cassino, and then one of the semester during your studies, you can spend that. You can spend it somewhere else in Germany, in France, in Spain, in Portugal, in Greece, wherever you like, and then you do exam there, and the exam that you do there replace the exam in your study plan in Cassino. And one more option is to get a scholarship for up to 6 months for a traineeship experience in a private or public institution in other European countries. Also here, there is, for this kind of experience, there is also the opportunity to have this traineeship after graduation. This help a lot for find a job, and this is one of our main concern for our students. We offer Italian classes, free Italian classes for Italian as a second language, and with Italian culture topics. They are the classes where all the international students from the many programs meet. About job placements and startup, we have a job fair every year. We have a database where all our graduates are listed and where the main companies around and are able to surf the database and call the students that they are interested in. The Job Placement Office also organizes a free class on 4 steps to entrepreneurship for those of you who once or are interested in their own company, open a new company. The fees for international students are 800 euros per year. On the other hand, if you are able to get a fellowship from this Lazio, you get these fees waived, quite totally waived. The living cost in Cassino is around 500 euros per month. Is a kind of good deal, I would say that. If you compare the living costs in Rome or Milan or Bologna or many other places in Italy and Europe. You can apply for Lazio scholarships. This deadline is later during the year, not now, it's not open now. You are entitled to apply. If you get a scholarship, you get money and also the possibility to have free housing within the campus. Let's just give a look at the graduates' opinion. This is a national survey made by Bologna University. The question, are you overall satisfied with your university experience? We see that in Cassino, 90% of the students, more than 90, are satisfied compared to a national level of 85%. Similar pattern, are you satisfied with your teachers? More than 90% compared to 83% national level. And would you enroll again the same program, national level? 64, and in Cassino is 67%. So we are really proud of that. After the graduation, if you're a bachelor student, you are able to continue with the master program in Italy or elsewhere in Europe, or you can enter directly the job market. If you are a master student, I'm really glad to say that nearly 100% of our master students get a job worldwide within 1 year from graduation. And finally, last but not least, we are also a research university. Not only we offer PhD programs, but many of our graduates are continued with a PhD in Italy or abroad. This is just the view. Job is not the only reason we study. As a teacher, we appreciate this extraordinary quote by Nelson Mandela: education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Last slide is about our international student office. In a second, we will meet Laura Morone, the head of the office, and these 2 pictures are for you. On the left side is the room where we have the graduation ceremony, and the right side is the master's thesis with a graduation sign, just as a best wish for all of you. And this is the end of my presentation. I hope it was enough clear. Thank you so much for attending. And now, Harika, it's up to you again.
Okay, thank you, Giovanni, for your nice and complete presentation. And as I said before, they are here and they are able to answer to all your questions, your curiosities you may have. So the next speaker, as anticipated by Professor Porzio, is Laura Morone, Mrs. Laura Morone. She's the head of the international office, a very nice person, not only from the professional point of view, but also from the personal point of view. Please, Laura.
Many thanks, Erika. Good morning to everyone, and it's my pleasure to welcome each one of you to our presentation. And I would like to show you a brief of things that you may ask to me. Of course, I may support all the students in regards to a lot of things, not only the list you can see here, because as you can see here, our mission is information not only, and we'd like to support all of you in regards to everything you can need arriving in our institution, in our university in Cassino. You may ask information before your arrival in regards to the pre-admission procedure. And in regards to the documents you have to prepare before reach us. There are some documents in regards the school, the high school you attended, if you'd like to enroll in bachelor's, or documents in regards the bachelor to attend a master degree program. Once you arrive in Cassino, the first office that is waiting for you is the International Students Office to welcome, first of all, and give you the first information about the registration and the enrollment procedure. We usually support you in all steps, also about the online procedure to fill in on all the web pages, until the final step, that is the payment of the tuition fees. Then I'll introduce you to the didactics office or to the professors that may welcome you in their degree programs to start your student's career. I support you to apply for Italian Codice Fiscale 2. That is an administrative step to be registered in the Italian system. It's a code necessary to do everything in Italy. I'll explain you, don't worry. And I'll support you through the permit to stay procedures until the appointment with the immigration office, and also after, if you need, of course. Moreover, you may have information about the Italian health assistance, how to apply, and how to be supported by this system. You may contact me by email, and in this period, until June 24, you may meet for me on Google Meet. Here is, you can find the Google Meet link. I'll write it down in the chat at the end of this presentation, don't worry. Or you may ask it me by email. Because if you have some questions or any doubts to ask by voice, meeting by me, you may meet for me by person, because sometimes it's better to speak, to meet, than to write. So I'll wait for you and hope to see you soon in Cassino.
Okay, thank you, Laura. And as I said before, if you have any other questions, you may type all of them in the chat, or just to ask for speaking at the end of the meeting. So after the technical informations and technical part, we will start with the experience from students that were involved in Cassino. So the first one is Mr. Samuel Boteng. He is a former MC student and past student representative in the program committee. Samuel, can you give us your contribution, please?
Okay. Good morning, professors, and good morning, students. It is a pleasure to be called upon to also comment or give my contribution to this wonderful meeting. First of all, my name is Boatin Samuel, and I come from Ghana. I was admitted to UNICAS on the 13th of September 2017 to pursue a master's program in economics and entrepreneurship. On the 19th of September 2018, during my course of studies, I had the opportunity to be elected as a representative for all international students who are pursuing master's program in economics and entrepreneurship. It was a wonderful experience, and I would like to share my observations with you all. As a student representative, my major task was to help students who have problems with both accommodation and academics, and to also liaise with professors to help solve their problem. And in the course of my office, one thing that my major observations are as follows. First of all, I saw that the professors of UNICAS did their work with excellence. They also pay much attention to details and problems of students and give it the necessary attention as early as possible. I also observed that they organize their they organize or give standard exams and see to it that students do it with fairness and justice. In order not to take much time, or in conclusion, I graduated on the 19th of March 2020, and I am looking forward to pursuing my doctorate. So this is the little I have observed and I experienced in Cassino. It was a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Okay, Samuel, thank you. But by the way, I just have some questions because we have some time since, I think. But where you are doing the PhD, right?
No, I have now applied to about
apply.
2 schools, one in Toulouse and one in UK. That's Edinburgh University.
Where are
so
you
waiting
now?
for.
Where are you?
Right now, I'm locked down in Malta.
In Malta.
Due to the
yes,
please.
Yes. And why? Tell me, why do you suggest? Can you suggest to your friend to apply to be a UNICAS student? Tell me a reason.
Thank you. All right, thank you. I would advise all students to apply to UNICAS because UNICAS, as an institution, is the best academic institution for all because, first of all, the professors teach with excellence, and it has an accommodating environment for all international students. Being it the people, as in the community, they accept foreigners and communicate with all kinds of people. They do not discriminate, and the community as a whole has a low standard of living. Things are very cheap. Accommodation too is very cheap. It has a nice atmospheric and climatic condition that suits each and every person from all walks of life or all parts of the world. And last but not the least, UNICAS has got the best professors I have ever come across ever since I started my education. That's one thing.
Thank you so much for that.
Right.
Very nice very nice from you, this appreciation. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So the next contribution will be given by Isaac Mensah. He is a UNICAS MC graduate and then a University of Venice PhD graduate, and now he's working at International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, in Rome. So please, Isaac, can you give us your contribution too? Oh, your microphone, sorry, your microphone.
So hello, everybody. Nice meeting all of you. I would say that it's a pleasure coming back to, sort of give back to the university and to the new student coming in, my wonderful experience while I spend my time in Cassino. So I would, sort of reiterate what the chair has said, that I'm working as a consultant. It's actually been 1 year since I joined the International Fund for Agricultural Development. So I'm a data analyst. I also do monitoring and evaluation of the investment project in West Africa. So I joined the Global Economy Business program in 2013, and I completed in 2015. And then from there, I moved on to University of Ca' Foscari in Venice for my PhD in economics. There were other opportunities, doing internship in the Levy Institute in the US. I was also a research visiting scholar at the Estonian University, and also Technique University of Munich in Germany. So I've had opportunity to visit, quite prestigious places. So my experience, in Cassino is actually a very fantastic one because, moving away from my home country in Ghana in 2013, Cassino was my first place of abode. So I should say that I do have quite interesting memories wherever I go because Cassino has always been part of me. And this is also because I did have very interesting and very wonderful relationship with, the professors, with all the people that I met in the university. So what I think I should point out, which I think is very, very powerful and very interesting, with the university and the program that it offers, is that people do have the opportunity to find themselves in the program. So usually what happens is that if you have new students, they tend to think, so is it the course that I'm doing, is it what I want to do? So usually there are possibilities or propensity to like to change your mind in the course of the process. But I think that the course structure of University of Cassino do give you that opportunity to change your mind. Why am I saying this? Because there are a lot of courses that are offered in the program. So the point is that you do have your place if you want to you want to pursue a career in economics. You do have your place if you want to pursue a career in mathematics, a career in statistics, a career in business management. And then these are all standard and structured in very standard ways that whenever you go forward and you join any other university, you can still fit in. So with very specifically with my experience, I wanted a career in economics, to be trained as an economist. So I had the opportunity to select very specifically courses that are economics and statistics related. So I took a course like economics, which is a combination of macro and microeconomics, a course like applied statistics, which was very, very practical, and that was very important for me as a PhD student, because Professor Pozio was very, very articulate with the theoretical and the practical side. I think I should add that there was practical every week, so it gives students the opportunity to not just introduce yourself to the theoretical aspect, but then hands-on practice was also very good, and which was very helpful for my PhD. And then there were other, some of my colleagues who were also interested in business management and marketing, who also had their place in the program. So it's very diversified, and there are quite a lot of courses that people have to choose. So it's not just the program. There were other opportunities that one can also get when you enrolled in the program. I remember there were 4 of us who were selected to represent the university in Germany. I think it was a program on agriculture economics. We went together with Professor Rosson, and this was a program which was fully financed. We didn't have to pay anything. We just had to go and study, which was also an added opportunity. As a student, you would want to look for some of these things. So, going forward, when I completed, I had a wonderful experience with some of the professors helping me to put together my research proposal for my PhD thesis. I was working closely with Professor Nistico and Professor Dedza. Especially Professor Dedza was very, very, very instrumental, going forward. He provided me a lot of support, and this is exactly what you get when you join Cassino, that you are able to build a very strong relationship with the professors. And this relationship, if handled well, can go beyond when you move away from the university. I do have very, on a personal level and also on a professional level, very powerful relationship with Professor Dedza and also Professor Nistico. Now, they provided me a lot of support with a research proposal. They provided me a lot of support with giving the references for the PhD, which was also very important, So, and then going forward, the experiences that we had in Cassino was very important in my career now, and also wherever I went. Even up to now, I can still remember some code in R because of the intense exercises that we had at the time. And again, also on the another side that I think I have to add, which I think was also very important for students, is actually on exams. No student wants to hear about exams, but in Cassino, we do. The exams is structured in such a way that it gives possibility for students to what I usually say, it gives people the second chance. So, you have a written part, you have a verbal part. So if something happens in the written part, you do have the possibility to justify, to prove that you do know the stuff by the verbal part, which I think is also very powerful, because elsewhere in other universities that I visited, you hardly have some of these characteristics that I've talked about, a very diversified course structure and a very involving exam structure. So, to end, I would say that, going through my academic training and also in my professional line of work, I have had a lot of experiences, and I have a lot of benefits, which were because I connected with the university, and I connected with very good professors, and they are even up to now helping me. I still work with Professor Dedza. I still speak with him.
So you're still in contact with them?
Yeah, I'm still in contact with all of them, and I do ask for references if I'm applying for a job, and I think that I would need their reference. I do contact them. So I would encourage anybody on this stream now to actually consider it a very, very, very good opportunity applying to University of Cassino. And I encourage everybody to take the opportunity to, have a very good relationship with the staff, the professors, because it's very important. No, to conclude, I would say that it's not just me. There are other colleagues that I studied with who are also in very, very good places. Like I said, Christian Darkon, who was a colleague that was a very good friend of mine, is actually working in a very big insurance company in the United States of America. He's an insurance analyst there. We studied together in the global economy business. Sarah Fanabayo is also a colleague at International Fund for Agricultural Development, who is also a regional analyst for Western Central Africa. So, I mean, there are opportunities if you study there, and I encourage everybody to do so. So thank you.
Thank you very, very much for your nice contribution, and also it's very important because you are a very nice example, a good example of one person who is still here, is proud to be here, proud to be in Cassino, went out in Germany, in USA, but then come back to Italy, and that's also nice for us, also nice. So let's move to, thank you so much for your passion also in giving us your experience. So the next speaker will be Mr. Riccardo Mancinelli, who is UNICAS master graduate. He's president of the International Students Crew Association, and he will tell us something about the social life and international students' opportunity to enjoy life, because as I said, this is an important part of the Erasmus experience too. Please.
Hello everybody. My name is Riccardo Mancinelli. I'm the president of International Students Crew, and I want before say special thanks to Laura Morone and all international office, to the professor Porzio, Ottaviano, Moretta, Migliore for the great work that they do for international students in this university. So I want to talk about our association. We help university to welcome and to guide international students, but in a friendship way, not only in the university context, but also in Cassino City context. So I want to show you our Facebook page. So I can explain you all the activities and the assistance that we do to international students. You can see? Okay, so this is our Facebook page, International Student Crew, that was called before Erasmus Generation Cassino, but to involve all international students, we are changing name in International Student Crew. We organize different kind of activities, but all the activities that we organize, the most of them are cultural exchange. For example, here I can show you the African Student Night. Is an aperitif where international students, in this case African students, bring their food, their dresses, and let try it to all international students and Italian students that go at this international aperitif. Here you can see the photo of the events, the food that African people bring to share with us, and also here you can see the dresses that they bring to the aperitif and that we tried. Another kind of event that we organize is the Linguistic Tandem. This is also a cultural interchange, but is a more linguistic exchange because it works with different tables. Each table represents a nationality. So there is the Spanish table, the Italian table, Indian table, and at each table you can speak, you can learn or improve your language. For example, if you sit at the table with the Italian flag, you can talk Italian, and if you sit at the Spanish table, you can talk Spanish, but also learn something about the culture of that nationality. And here you can see all the photos with the Indian table, the Pakistan table, Uzbekistan table, and always the aperitif end with a great party where international students enjoy and know each other. Another kind of events that we organize, now I want to talk to you about something about Italy. So I want to show you an Italian event about Pasquetta, that is the day after Easter. Is a typical holiday in Italy, and we used to celebrate it in a disco on the beach. And this is a way to enjoy and to know new people, but especially is a good event to know international students and Italian students each other, how you can see from the photos. Also, we organize activities in our territory, Italian and local territory. So we organize trips. We organize trips in the whole Italy, visiting the most beautiful city in Italy. For example, I can show you photos about the trip that we organized in Bologna, Verona, and Venezia. Here we, during these trips, we visit the cities, the monuments, the culture of that city. For example, in Venice, we visit the city, and during the Carnival of Venice, we tried the masks, we tried the food. Here we were in Venice, here in Verona visiting the monuments, and here in Bologna trying the typical food in Bologna that is so good. And also we organize events in Cassino to show you our city, and to show you our city, the culture, and the monuments. We do it usually in a sport way, because we organize urban, we call it urban and mountain trekking, because we start to walk from the city, showing the monuments from the city until the top on the Abbey, so that is so famous in the whole world. And while we do tourism, we also practice sport, and it ends on the Abbey with one of the best moments that city have. This is all about our activities, but I have so much things to show you, but we don't have so much time. You can see also from your house, visiting our page, International Student Crew, you can see all the events that we organize. Also, we do, when you will arrive in Cassino, phone assistance. Laura and the professor will give you our telephone number to assist and help you. We will give you assistance for WhatsApp, in WhatsApp groups, in WhatsApp chat. Also, we will give you assistance for many little things like grocery shop. We consider you the best place to spend time, the best place to eat. But it's important that before of these things you have to study, or professor get angry with me. And this is all. Thank you for your time.
Erika, please switch on the microphone.
Oh, sorry. So I was thank you to Riccardo for his precious work and nice, let's say, dedication to this association. My question was, how many students do you manage normally? Let's say normally, when not in those days, but normally, let's say last year or a few months ago. How big is your group?
But in the whole academic year, there are so many students that follow our activities, that ask us questions, and but usually there are, I don't know, maybe 200 or 300 students that stay with us all the academic year. But usually in the whole time, I think that I talk with each international students for a reason or another.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. And then now we have concluded with the speakers, but it's time for questions and answers. And I don't know if Laura wants to say something to recursive questions or questions that you may feel that can share with everybody.
Yes, thank you, Erika. Anyone think about some question we're reading now in the chat, in particular about the payment of tuition fee? One prospective student is asking. Usually we ask payment only after the students complete all the steps for the enrollment procedure with us here in Cassino. Once they will reach us. But in this particular period, we don't know the procedure for issuing visa, and so we don't know when they will be issued. So we're now Professor Porcio may say something to us, please, about the new starting of the academic year. But we will see, because we will give you precise information about the possibility to pay online without arriving here. So don't worry about this, because we will give precise information about the payment and when it will have to be done.
Erika, sorry, the mic is off. Just if I can add a few words, and if you want, I can check the speak.
Yes, please.
Okay. Good morning, guys. As Erika told you a couple of minutes before, I am Emanuele Grossi, and I'm a teacher at the School of Engineering, Department of Information and Electrical and Information Engineering. I just want to add a couple of words about the next the classes that will start in September. You know that there is such a pandemic and we have some problems here and the rest of the world, but we are doing our best to support the students. And in particular, we have the courses in the School of Engineering are almost all, or many of them are recorded, and so they are available online freely on the YouTube channel of unicas.it. And furthermore, we are going to have a sort of dual teaching methods. In particular, we'll start lectures and classes on September as usual. But actually, in our department, we'll start a couple of months later, probably late October, so you have time. But even if you will not be able to attend classes here in Cassino, we will also have classes in streaming. So this will be hopefully very helpful to you to continue or start following classes, even if you are not physically present here in Cassino. And just this.
Okay.
Thank you, Erika.
Thank you, Emanuele. So, Professor Porzio, would you like to add something about that?
Yes, sure. This is something related not only to the engineering department, but the whole university. Next semester, due to this pandemic around, all the classes will be both in present in the classroom with the teacher in classroom and online. That means that international students, in case the visa will have a delay, probably you know the embassies now are closed. In case of delay in visa release, then they can have our classes from remote, from their home, and then come to Cassino for the exam in December, something like that. So this is a good message. Thank you, Emanuele, to recall all of us this part of the story. And Erika, don't forget, next in half an hour, we have the presentation of the specific features of the engineer master programs. So stay tuned in some way.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, Erika. Thank you, everybody, for attending.
Okay, I think, are there any questions from the audience? So, if not, I also recommend you to write emails or join Laura in the meet if you have questions afterward, or Professor Porzio. All of us will be very happy to answer to your questions and maybe to wait for you in Cassino. But before I leave, I would like to thank the academic staff, but also our past students, former students, who give us a powerful, strong, and very useful contribution to this meeting. They will represent the outcome of our efforts, and thank you so much to them for that. Thank you for everybody for attending this meeting.
Thank you, Erika, for chairing this session. I just want to say one more words. There are some shy students. So now the meeting is finished, but I ask Laura to stay tuned for 5-10 minutes. Maybe some students still wants to ask questions on the chat or privately, and Laura can answer. Okay? So thank you.
Yes, of course, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you to everybody. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.